Mobile popped over this wireless battery bank for an unboxing. Let's check this thing out and see what we got inside. This thing is solid. Got that?
Hey guys, George here back again with a train stream.
Back with a train stream.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome everybody. Good to see everybody today.
Yeah, welcome.
Happy Wednesday.
Yes.
I actually missed everybody yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was
Well, yesterday we were off. Missed that one.
Yeah.
And then I missed part of the stream on Monday. You and Anita were carrying it out. That was pretty neat.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
I got a lot of compliments about that. There were a lot of mentions in the comments, George.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah. That's cool. Well, we like it.
I like being here, dude.
Yeah.
I like being here. What we running today? We got some usuals out?
Yeah, big one to Y3. The Y3, this is like the second stream that's running.
Yeah?
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. I think tomorrow we
Awesome.
should try and bring out the TCA FM set. That'd be pretty cool.
I think that would be a good one to bring out. How's everybody seeing in video and audio here? Yesterday, or not yesterday, but Monday I was watching and it was kind of hard to hear everybody. So I'm trying to get everything all figured out here. Good to see everybody today. We got some of the usual people in the house. Do some quick call outs.
Alrighty,
See what we got here, George. Yeah, time for that whistle. Time for that whistle. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, Trains' things is here. Give him a whistle. First in the door, I think, or at least first on my list. Good stuff. Western Maryland, Jivo 1975 Productions here. Hello, my awesome rail fans. We got our good buddy, New England Rail Fan Productions, also here. We got RDD Dash in the house. Hey man, I'm really sorry to hear about what was going on with the flood and your model railroading. I hope it does. You don't quit model railroading. Just take a little bit of a breather, reassess, and come back strong, dude. Stinks about the flood, but hey, yeah, man, we're all with you. We're all behind you. Sorry about that. But stick with the model railroad, or at least stick with your friends here in the YouTube model railroading hobby. Let's see. Who else we got here? We got a GFW Trains in the house. Ours Trains in the house. Charlie's Model Trains in the house. Wally Woodrick, that crazy guy. I heard he was really cool, honestly. Yep,
I heard he's got lots of trains.
He does have a lot of trains. I heard he's got a son that's a weirdo.
Really?
CSX and S train videos in the house. Good to see ya.
James Ring, welcome.
James Ring, I miss James. Sorry about that. Good to have you here, James. Of course, Steve Copral's here. Good to see you, Steve. Thanks for coming by, as always. Robert Ciceri, I think it's Robert Ciceri, is here. We got Tim from Tim's Trains. BNSF Bishop. Our good friend, DB Tech.
The one and only George. The one and only George A.
Yes. Peppa George is here. Says, looks and sounds good. All right, good. 5x5. SC Railroad Videography in the house. Good to see everybody today. I think that's it. All right, we might have had some little pixely there, but hopefully we're back. We're back. So George, been outside the last couple of days. We had some nice couple of days here in Illinois, huh?
Nice couple of days, yeah, it's amazing. With the weather, enjoying the weather, you know?
Yeah. You've been doing some stuff down here. We've been working on the train lot a little bit, huh?
Yeah, we cleaned up this area a little bit. Put a lot of trains away.
we're gonna see. We gotta bring the tin plate back to our good friend. It's nice to have the tin plate, but checked it out for a couple of weeks from the library. We'll get that back. Always good to have tin plate out. So tomorrow we'll have some new stuff out. And George and I were talking about different trains that people might not have seen, but we're coming back tomorrow again at 5:30.
Correct. Yes. 5:30 Central Time. And yeah, we'll go for about normally 2 hours.
And then Friday, woo,
That's
May
Friday.
15th. That's George's birthday. And
The greatest holiday of the year.
we're going back to our old time. It's our old time is going to be
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock, 3 to 5 on George's birthday, and then on Saturday we're 3 to 5 as well.
Yes, correct. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have a fun time.
I think so.
Especially
I think
today too. Yeah. So, first
so
of
we
all,
got a field trip on Saturday.
correct.
Go to
Yeah.
Thomas Eden's house, and then I think
potentially this field trip on Sunday too.
very good. Potentially a field trip tomorrow. I don't know how that's gonna. Iron Fox said we told Iron Fox we'd get him on, and unfortunately we're in a situation where he's got to move out and take down his layout. So.
But yeah, hopefully we can get him on here. Then.
Cool.
Go beer, go home, welcome to the street.
All right. Yeah, that's my favorite name right there.
Go beer.
Yep, my favorite name. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in today. I've never ridden any of the Via Rail. I've always wanted to ride Via Rail.
I just love looking at those pictures of like the Amtrak bi-levels being pulled by the Via Rail.
Yeah, that's cool, isn't it?
Or like the Amtrak F40s pulling like the Via Rail LRC coaches.
Yeah. One of my favorite trips ever, George. One of my favorite rail fan trips that I ever took was in Canada, riding the Royal Hudson out in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, from Vancouver to Squamish in British Columbia there.
Yeah.
That was probably one of my favorite trips. It was so neat. That Royal Hudson was such a beautiful engine.
Yeah, sadly, it isn't around anymore, correct?
It's around. It's just a static. It's a static display. I don't think that they they had to do a boiler check, and I didn't think they had the money to keep it going. So
That's that is a beautiful engine. That's for sure.
So DD Tech's asking if everybody's going back to brick and mortar, or if it's just me. I think that we've got a phase thing where we're coming back, and for me, it is just me. But it's not everybody here in the state of Illinois that's going back to brick and mortar. Just me. Western Maryland's wishing you a happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
Train Storm's in the house. Wishing New England Rail Fan Productions. Thanks for the sub the other day. Appreciate it. One of the things I want to make sure that I point out, we got a couple of things that we always talk about, right? We got down below in the description, we've got the Discord server. Why don't you talk a little bit about that, George?
So the Discord server is basically a chance for everybody to... Oh, no.
We lost a big boy over there. Hold on.
Let's see if I can push it back.
Almost. I got you over here, George.
Oh, did I get it?
Yeah, but the knuckles are close.
Anyways, so basically what the Discord server is, it's a chance for everybody to continue talking even without the streams. And everybody's invited. We have about 45 people on it right now.
And the Discord server is kind of like a message board, like a forum place, right?
Yes.
So what can you, for the people that aren't familiar with Discord, why don't you tell them what that is?
So basically you can just ask questions. There's different message boards inside this Discord server, like on different subjects. But yeah, we have a very wide range of people, and we do every once in a while have a voice call, which is pretty fun. But yeah, so if you aren't already, we encourage you to join the Discord server.
Yep, there's a link down below.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that we always like to promote is for everybody who's here, we've got a really neat group of people in our corner of the hobby here,
Correct.
the YouTubers, and support each other. Check out each other's channel, and down below there's a link to Sparky 107 his YouTube channel, and he's got an idea for the community to grow. And we got to work amongst each other to grow each other. We've got some really neat community members. We've got some really neat channels. Check out that link below, and when you check out that link, you got to make sure that you check out the third link, or the third video that he's got in his series. So yeah, when you go to where you make a comment, he's got a link to that third video. So check that out, get a comment. That's a good way for everybody to get back to each other, connect up, and everything like that.
Yeah. It's pretty fun. So, anyways, I know we have the kind of the same stuff we've been running for quite a while. So if you guys have any requests on anything that
That's
we can
good.
run, please let us know. We'd love to, put something that the fans would appreciate running. Keep that running on our
Right.
layout.
Right?
You know?
Well, I think that we got a special one coming out tomorrow on Train Master.
That one's pretty cool. Yes.
That one's a neat set.
Yeah, I'm just talking about today. Though.
Oh, today, yeah. Some post-war maybe, running that Hudson maybe. I was thinking that yesterday as I was moving trains around. Got a junior Hudson. I got a 2046 we can run. Everybody loved that turbine when we ran the turbine.
Oh yeah.
We run the Texas Specials. Haven't run the Texas Specials yet. I've got a really neat Burlington Jeep set with 027 passenger cars.
Oh,
A really beautiful one. So we got some people asking some questions. George, SC Railroad Videography wants to know what's your best state? Or what's your favorite state?
Gosh. I can't tell you because I don't really know. I've never really put much thought into that question. I don't know. I'm gonna say Florida.
Florida's a good one. We like Utah a lot. That's where
Utah too,
my
but
sister lives.
But we go to Florida a lot.
We do go to Florida a
Pretty
lot.
cool. I appreciate Florida a lot.
I like Louisiana a lot.
Louisiana's cool, but I like Florida better.
Yeah. Illinois. I'm partially Illinois, of course, because that's where we live.
I would like Illinois a lot if it wasn't snowing in May.
I agree. I agree with that. But it was snowing everywhere up north.
Still,
Even in Pennsylvania.
But yeah, Illinois is a state of snowing one day and then 70 degrees. the next day.
Right. So DB Texas, I forgot to check how many subs are you up to, George, you know?
I think we're at 1,300 subs, correct?
And so right around there. Right around. Oh, shoot. SC Videography says the link to the Discord has expired. I thought that I made that like a permanently going link. So I'm going to fix that right now, all right?
Oh.
Sorry about that. George, why don't you keep talking here?
Anyways, so yeah, Western Maryland Jibo is asking, why are your guys' streams later? And the reason why they're later is because we currently
I got to go back to work.
yeah, gotta go back to work. So just the streams later kind of help with the
They help me out. I can't be here otherwise.
yeah.
George probably would want to do it all by himself. Right, George?
No. But yeah, that's currently why. James Ring says the Royal Hudson is cool, but I think the Jubilee and Sirla should get more attention. Or
Selkirk.
Selkirk. Those are A4s, right? I don't know. I like the Royal Hudson a lot.
I like all of those. I agree. I think they all should get attention. Those are really neat.
Our train says 1,311 subscribers according to YouTube, I think. Yeah, around there. George R. in Connecticut said, George, did you write your letter to the birthday Santa for anything special for your birthday? Yes. yes.
Birthday Santa's working on it.
Trainstorm says, hey George, do these locomotives have smoke units? If so, can you turn them on? The big one has a smoke unit. Both of them do. Problem is that we don't have fans in the basement, so when we do that,
Smokes it up.
Smokes it up. So
I tell you what, that's a tough one. We had one day where we had the smoke going, and we could hardly continue through the stream because of that. So
yeah,
we're
you can't really see the smoke either, so it's not really like because of the white walls. So I mean, yeah, maybe later in the stream we can turn that on.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe towards the end. Is that all right with you, Train Storm? All right. Good. I'm going to take that as a yes.
Huh. The Jubilee is a 444, and the Searly is a 210.
Selkirk.
Or Selkirk is a 210-2. Or 210-4. Oh, that's cool. Interesting. Uh-oh.
Getting there. I'm
I'll
getting
go
there
fix
with the
that.
Discord server, guys.
Wow.
Discord. All right. So how's everybody doing out there today? Sorry about the snag here. We usually like to have one person talking, the other one person doing something, but we're not 5 by 5 right now, so we'll be back.
Anyways.
There we go. There's George.
So, SC Railroad Videography says, run an NS diesel. Alright, so if everybody in the chat wants an NS diesel,
That's
run,
fair
just
enough.
put a thumbs up in the chat. Okay.
Smash that thumbs up on our stream too.
Yeah, that too. But just so we know, just put a thumbs up in the chat. Western Maryland Givo says this is actually a good question. Hey Wally, as a kid, what tracks or / railroad did you live by?
I live by the Milwaukee Road. The Milwaukee Road line going through from Chicago to Elgin Big Timber, and that way. After the Milwaukee Road had it, when I was young, the Milwaukee Road had it, and then when I was a little bit older, the Sioux Line bought it, and that was the railroads that owned that track right by my house there growing up. Good times.
Yeah,
Good times. What's the road? What's the railroads that run through Yorkville here, George?
So we got the Illinois RailNet, which is their local short line. I like that just because of all the power that we see going through here. This is some pretty crazy stuff.
Oh, we do. It's really neat.
Oh yeah.
By the way, you're getting a lot of thumbs up.
Oh.
So keep the conversation.
Anyways, so yeah, and then we have the BNSF main line that goes through Yorkville as well. But that's more of like on kind of the outskirts of Yorkville.
The other side of town than we live on.
Yeah, the other side of the river.
And it's kind of neat because even up a little bit further north, the next town north is the
UP main line. We don't really go up there too much. We only just stay down.
Actually, we've got two of the main lines of the BNSF because we've got the one in Yorkville, right? It's the old Burlington one.
Oh yeah.
And then we've got the one that runs through Sugar
Grove.
Grove.
Yeah, it's true. The one that's by Prairie State.
Right.
Yeah. Then a little bit
and
of.
We got the UP one, which is a little bit closer, and then we've got CSX down south.
Oh yes, correct. Yeah.
In Ottawa.
That's right. Yeah. And Ottawa's a pretty cool place too, because the Illinois RailNet also goes down there, and there's a crossing out there, and there's like a little industrial yard.
Yeah, I love those industrial yards.
Industry yards. I'm sorry, industrial. I don't know that. Industry yards and stuff like that. There's the CSX yard. There's a CSX yard down there. If I'm correct, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we saw two Union Pacific GP40s with the patches on them, which looked pretty cool.
That was neat.
Yeah, it's just Union Pacific GP40 with like a black line.
Through the Union Pacific.
Uh-huh.
Then it had a patch. But we're getting a lot of thumbs up for a Norfolk Southern engine, George.
Right.
And also, I think I'm going to a little bit later on in the stream, I'm going to run upstairs and I'm going to get me that Texas Special from the Texas Special with some post-war.
Okay.
I've never been post-war in a while. I think that's a good one.
Alrighty, yeah.
Lots of thumbs up. So I like that. I like
I'll go
that.
get that ready then.
So James Ring was saying the other names for the Jubilee was the Reading in Texas for the Selkirk. Okay. Let's see. So yeah, it's too bad. Angel Garcia was really excited. Bought a GG1 the other day, scale GG1. He got it today, and the trucks were rotted with the zinc rot. Fell right apart. That's kind of sad. Hope that everything will end up working out. Can send that back, get that taken care of, and get a new one that's the same way, or not the same way, but the same railroad like you like. There we go.
What happened?
I just pushed the panic button. Jordan didn't like it when I pushed the panic button. So Western Maryland says I live by the BNSF. SC Railroad Videography says I live by the Norfolk and Southern. Trainstorm lives by the CSX. Everybody's living by these railroads. That's kind of neat. Let's see here. SC's wondering if we're going to run the Norfolk and Southern. I think we got that answered. All right. So Angel's saying that he was able to get that returned, and it was a JLC. It's too bad. That's too bad. James Ring says the only trains that I live next to are Amtrak passenger trains. I know because they go quite fast, but I never see them. Well, James, those are one of my favorites. Whenever I catch an Amtrak, I feel lucky that I've caught an Amtrak. Those are my favorites. Western Maryland says the yard by me is a belt railway out of Chicago, but 96% of the time the BNSF is the one that runs by the house.
Who said that?
That's Western Maryland. And I believe that he's down there in Joliet, George.
Oh, really?
Yep. Bengals 444T says I live near the CSX and NS and Norfolk Southern mainly. But Amtrak and Mark run on the CSX through the CSX Met subdivision. Grandpa's telling Angel, hopefully if he files a claim, he'll get his money back. And Grandma's here. She says, Grandma here. Hi there, guys. Really like seeing those legacy engines on the Metra coming through our town. Isn't that cool that the Metra's got some?
The heritage unit.
Yep, a heritage unit. Grandma saw just the other day the Milwaukee Road Heritage on the Metra. For those of you who don't know, the Metra is the commuter line that comes out of Chicago, goes through my old hometown there in Bartlett, on its way to Elgin. DB Tech said we didn't get a whistle when we logged in. Well, we have to get that whistle for you. Sorry, George is doing a little bit of maintenance, putting on some new trains, so we'll get that for you. Sorry about that, DB Tech. Let's see here. George R. Connecticut says New Haven. Trainstorm says, hey, Wally and George, you guys plan on landscaping the layout, adding grass, plant life, etc.? Yeah, Trainstorm, we're hoping that we're going to do some stuff. Probably not necessarily grass in a sense, more of a probably something like that. Since we've got it white, we're going to make it a winter scene. And one of the things, it's a blessing, but it's also, sometimes it's not so good. All of our spare time that we spent that's allotted for railroading, we spent down here doing our live stream instead of working on the train layout. Gosh, George and I usually dedicate probably about 3 hours a day to getting the stream ready, or an hour a day to get the stream ready and work on it afterwards, and then we're on for 2 hours. So while we enjoy spending a lot of time out here, I know that everyone's like, man, isn't Wally and George going to do anything more on their layout? Not only that, but as we've kind of gotten into this stay-at-home, and I've figured out how to do more and more work from home, I've been able to do that, and now I'm getting ready to go back to work. So I'm happy, or getting back to the brick and mortar work anyhow, not necessarily that I haven't been out of work or haven't been working here at home. Let's see here. Charlie's Model Train. I'm sorry, I don't live by any railroads. I'm sure that though it makes when you do some rail fanning and you go by other railroads that much more fun. Let's see here. James Ring says, you guys seen the old steamers and parks and museums by live? It's funny that he asked that, James. We live by, in my opinion, probably the best railroad museum in the whole country. We live by the Illinois Railway Museum, which is out in Union, Illinois. And they have 2 steamers that they run out there. They have a Shay that they run out there, and then they have another one that's a decapod, right? That's a Frisco decapod out there that they run. And they've got the most beautiful collections of trains out there. So we're lucky enough we're able to go out there and do some stuff and see that. In fact, when the stay-at-home gets lifted, George and I are hoping to have a tailgate party out there for everybody that lives in the area or wants to come out and visit, and a little meet and greet. I think that would be a lot of fun. Tim's Train says, hey, GFW Trans, I like the TCA Midwest Division Past President Award back there. Well, I thought about that. I saw that in my room yesterday, and I was like, hey, I got to get a little product placement out here. So I got that. That's actually not necessarily the President's Award. They sold those for a while. They have the Midwest Division logo on there. It's got my name underneath there, but it's like, all right, we're putting in some product placement, a little plug for the Train Collectors Association, and specifically the Midwest Division of the TCA. And for those of you who don't know, the Train Collectors Association is a really, really neat organization of a bunch of collectors and operators throughout the United States. I think it's around 30,000 strong, and they have divisions all over the country where they meet in the geographic areas and they swap trains and they have all kinds of neat programming. So traincollectors.org is the website for the Train Collectors Association, traincollectors.org. We live in Illinois, and the local area here is the Midwest Division of the Train Collectors Association. I've been a member of George was surprised by this, I've been a member of the Train Collectors Association for 26 years myself, and I've been going to Train Collectors Association meets my whole life. But neat group, check it out. Thumbs up on that, thumbs up on that. Oh, SO's in the house. Good to see you, SO. Hope things are going great out there in France. Thanks for coming in across the pond. Let's see here. SC Railroad Videography says, when will you rail fan again? I think we're going to try and get out on Sunday to do a little rail fan.
Yes, Sunday.
On Sunday, we've got some errands that we got to run, and I think we're going to be right out by where there's some neat spots to catch some trains. So we're going to do some rail fanning. Hey, guess who's here, George?
Ooh.
Mommy Lulu.
Hey.
Tita's in the house. Hi, Wally. Hi, George. Good to see you. Keegan, and I'm sorry I'm not getting you whistles. We're just stitching up some trains here. So we'll get some whistles coming through here when George has everything running again. All right, so Keegan Hindley says, hey, haven't been here in a while. Well, it's good to see you here. Thanks for coming in and hanging out with us. Got a little bit of a different time here. I'm back to a schedule where I got to go into brick and mortar, and we're here 5:30 today. We're here 5:30 tomorrow. We're thinking about doing 1 hour runs. We'll see how it goes, see how we like it. And then on Friday, we're celebrating George's birthday. George is going to be 15 años. We're starting that one at 3, and we're going to go from 3 to 5. And Saturday, we're going to go 3 to 5 too. We're going to Thomas Eden's house for a visit there. I think we're either going to go on another visit to Iron Fox 7's house either tomorrow, or we're going to go out to Iron Fox 7's house on Sunday. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. So for all of the people that have followed us from the 3 o'clock hour to the 5:30, thank you. Sorry about the fact that we're changing times, but hopefully this is also going to be a time where we're going to probably settle into once we get back to a normal schedule. I can't do it during the day like we were at 3 o'clock. So we're going to settle into something later. Like we're thinking that the week starting Sunday is our last one, and that we're going to do it at 3 o'clock. And then every Wednesday and Sunday after that, we're going to do streams, and those streams are going to be from 5:30. 5:30, and like I said, we're going to see how this time slot fits, whether we do 1 hour, 1.5 hours, or 2 hours, and see how that works. So, but appreciate everyone being here. Appreciate everybody coming in. So George R. in Connecticut says at James Ring, the Danbury Rail Museum has several, talking about the steam engine, I'm sure. James Ring coming in with a trivia question, George. Actually, George, I need some whistles. I need about 5 whistles from that Norfolk and Western there for all of the people that came in that we didn't check in. Trainstorm has a really good idea. He says maybe we can stream while we're working on our layout, George. That was kind of one of the ideas that we had at the very beginning. But we kind of
just be distracted.
We settled into a conversation with everybody that's on the stream. I actually really like this format. This has kind of been kind of fun, like give and take, and it lends really well into the Discord server. Myself personally, with my son, I've enjoyed spending my time with my son on these streams. And I knew that the longevity of the stream wasn't going to be there because I needed to get back to work, and I couldn't continue to do streams at that time. I was trying to think of how can I do a legacy, because one of the neat things about this stream is we have some of the younger modelers that identify with George. We have some of the older modelers that identify with me, and there's a really neat crossover and dialogue between the old and the new modelers. And I think that if there's any takeaway from this, I think that that's the neatest part, is that there's a dialogue between these two. And I wanted to have some type of legacy for that, and I'm hoping that the Discord will continue to be a legacy for that. So check out the Discord. I updated the link below. So if you tried the link and it didn't work before, I've got that updated. Check it out. Let me know if you have any problems with that. So trivia, George. In all 3 accounts of the Blue Comet colliding with a vehicle, what type of vehicle was it?
The Blue Comet?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Model A. I don't know. I don't know. Oh. All right. So let's see here. BB Tech says at Andrew Garcia, do a video on it, and we'll see what we can come up with. Don't know of any kind of truck, what kind of truck you need, and he's talking about the zinc rod on the JLC GG1 that he just got. Got an hola, Wally, George, it's Yaya.
Okay,
Yaya's here. Yaya's watching. So, and Angel saying, all right, he's going to do a video later today. I just checked the lineup parts database and it says it's available. Good. I hope that works out. So, Trainstorm, you're talking about railroad museums when you were over there, George. Says, I live by the L&N Historic. Just lost my. Let's see here. It says I live by the L&N Historic Rail Park and Train Museum. I'm part of their model railroad club.
Well, that's cool. Who said that?
Trainstorm.
Oh, that's interesting.
And then Robert Cicely says I live near the Long Island in New York and Atlanta.
Oh, really? Wow.
That's neat. Bengals 444T said something I really didn't know. I believe that Michael Jordan is a part of the model railroading enthusiast. He owns some trains.
Really?
I did not know that. I know that the old baseball player Mike Schmidt was a train enthusiast.
Really?
Yep, he would send it on the back of his baseball card.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's cool.
So did he like model trains? Let's see here. Frank Sinatra loved model trains, George. In fact, he'd go to the Lionel factory and pick out what he wanted.
Really?
Frank Sinatra did.
Didn't
Yep.
well, we all know that I forgot his name. Never mind.
Describe it.
No, he's a rock star.
Rod Stewart?
Bono.
Oh, yeah, Neil Young.
Yeah, that's right.
Neil Young and Rod Stewart.
I got
That's,
2 of his box cars from tours.
that's really neat. That's
Yeah.
really neat. Where'd you get those, George?
I got him at the TCA convention in 2018.
So what's a TCA convention for the people that don't know?
The TCA is the Train Collectors Association, and it's a pretty cool. Sorry, it's a pretty cool club that has yearly conventions or annual conventions at different places in the United States, where TCA members from around the United States can get together and have a good time. It's pretty fun. They have open houses, they have like selling halls or a banquet, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's another cool benefit of being in the Train
Yeah.
Collectors Association, right? You're going to go to all of these conventions, and also they've got the biggest train swap meet in the United States in York, Pennsylvania,
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
which is a neat one. And we here in Chicago, in the Illinois area, we have monthly meets. We got about 10 a month or 10 a year.
Yes.
We have a couple of really cool events. We have an event at the Illinois Live Steamers.
And then we have a banquet too as well.
Right. Let's see. So Keegan Headley says, "Hey there, Wally and George. Well, Keegan, good to see you. Thanks for coming in. I know we haven't seen you around, but I know that you're here in spirit. So thanks for coming back." Western Maryland says, "When I was young, I was sick and left my cousin's old home. And on the way, I remember passing somewhere in Chicago, which I believe was a stadium, and I saw what I think was a steamer from the CNW."
Oh wow,
Interesting.
that's cool.
Yeah, interesting. Oh, hey, New England Rail fan says he lives near the CSX, and then one that we talk about all the time that I've never seen is the Pan Am Railroad.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
We talk about that one a lot, don't we, George?
Yeah, we do. Just because my grandpa was a retired airline pilot, we like to talk about all those old airlines.
Right. So Angel Garcia's heading out. We'll see you around, Angel. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for hanging out with us for a little while. Hope you get that all ironed out with that truck. Come back if you can. I'm not sure how long we're going to be on today. We were kind of slotting in for about an hour, but we'll see how we're going after an hour. Haven't settled in with people coming by here. We've been running a lot lower viewers than we usually get with the new time slot. I was hoping we'd get more, but hey, say la vie. So Keegan Headley says I'm almost done wiring, and then I can run 2 DCC locomotives on his layout.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, you got any videos up on the channel about that? Love to see that. So D Klinger's here, George. Another Discord guy, huh? People are loving the way that horn sounds, as do I. That's a great sounding horn. Don't you think?
Oh yeah, I love it.
Humanity says just swinging by.
Hey humanity.
See George's new hat? Nice new hat. Humanity just put out a new video. Cool new video.
Oh, and my nice new haircut too.
Nice new haircut, nice new hat. Speaking of this, I need everybody here, before you go, I need everybody here to do me a favor. Okay? So, we finally got there. I finally got the 1,000 subscriber special done. It's going to be really cool. It's a 45-minute special where we tour 33 different layouts of that people who are subscribers to GFW Trains submitted under the hashtag GFW Stay Home and Run Trains. I think it turned out really nice,
Yeah,
don't you?
it turned out amazing.
But what I need is some help. First off, we're premiering it on Saturday morning at 9 o'clock. I know that's a little early. For some, George is probably
Won't be awake.
probably 3 hours before George gets awake. But I'm going to try and rustle out so we can get going. But please join us for the premiere of that. Second, if you could go to our GFW Trains page, and before we go, it's on there with the premiere. And do me a favor, because the algorithm for YouTube sees this and catches this and pushes it out a little bit more. But if you could put thumbs up on our premiere video, and just go to our page, find that video, hit the thumbs up, and make a comment about how you're excited to see that. We would certainly appreciate that. That would mean a lot to us.
Yeah.
Because it'd be helpful to get that 1,000 subscriber video. I don't think I've worked harder on a video than I've ever made.
I No, for you, that was a very hard video.
It was, and hopefully everybody will like the product. Like I said, we got 33 layouts in there, so very neat, very neat. So Keegan's talking about what we were talking with Neil Young. Neil Young being the person that you're trying to think of. And George, you knew this, but I don't know if everybody knew this out there.
He created the TMCC system for his disabled son.
Right. And he also made the big red button, I think, or the big red controller button for people to control trains with disability. I think that's really neat. He's one of the people that really pushed Lionel into the new era of operating with all of the electronics that we know and love now.
The TMCC remote. And I'm pretty sure this is for the big red, right? This
I think so.
button up there.
Right. Western Maryland says a CN Freight just passed by his house.
That's cool.
And DBTech says there's an announcement on your page for the premiere. Yes, there is. If you go to the premiere, or if you go to our page and check the videos on GFW Trains, I believe that it shows that there is a premiere coming up. So please check that out. And in fact, if you can, DBTech, if you do me a favor, if you can see if there's any problems with finding it, let me know, because I've got to iron out that issue. We put it out there originally, and it sends an announcement to all of the subscribers. But what happened was, is I uploaded it, and I didn't realize, even though I went and sought out music that was said that not to be copyrighted, I got a copyright thing for one of the songs that I had, like 3 minutes worth of the song. Yeah, how about it? So I had to take it down and re-upload the video. When I re-uploaded the second video, it didn't shoot out a notification to everybody like it did the first time.
That's kind of stupid. That.
Agreed. D. Klinger says the other day I said about one of my hopper cars fell off the layout until today it derailed and fell off again.
And then James Rick said maybe it's haunted.
Yeah. I like it. It's the haunted hopper giving tours scared out of your pants, huh?
Yeah. Whoa. You know, we have a hopper that the truck broke off of. I always wanted to get the replacement truck.
Yeah, you have to. You gotta get around to a lot of things. I challenged George, and we'll see how long this takes. I'm throwing this out there, hopefully that I'm going to guilt George into this. I challenged George to figure out what we need to get from Ross Custom Switches. And I told him he's got to call and place the order. He's not real excited about that. He's like, I've never done that. 15 years old, man. You got this.
Yeah, but how do I pay for it? Like,
Credit card.
what am I just going to be like, yeah, put it up the
Heck,
tab?
you could say Wally Worderick. He's not going to know it's your voice. He's my name on the credit card.
Okay.
Not going to know. Trainstorm, hey, could you guys maybe put the link to the premiere in the chat? That's a good idea, Trainstorm. I'm going to do that right now. George, why don't you continue with the stream you're talking up over here?
Have you seen a picture of Rod Stewart's train? It's pretty gigantic and it's got a lot of detail. No, I've never seen that. Southeastern Rail fan, welcome to the stream.
Look at that. Sparky 107's got his chat going on today. That's I'm sure that's an issue there. But
anyways, so yeah, make sure to go check out the premiere. Pretty cool video that's gonna happen. I know my dad spends a lot of time on it, and it's a pretty cool video if you ask me. Well, I made it. Okay, hi y'all. Dwarfs are in the mail. Oh, cool. Trains and things.
hey, that's good. I told George about that yesterday. I was real excited. Trains and Things sending us out some dwarf signals.
Yeah. We're gonna have to do some.
I think he said he's sending out Dopey and Grumpy. He's not going to get that. I don't know if George is going to get that.
That's from Snow White, right?
Yeah, he did get it.
Michael Daffy Trains, welcome to the stream.
Thanks everybody for coming in. Appreciate you being here. Looking up that link for the premiere here. Let's see here. I got it. Look at that, George.
You said it's a birthday present, George. Well, thank you.
There's the link. I just put the link on there, but I want to put that in the we'll put the link in the live stream here too.
Anyways, the delivery truck was the vehicle that was hit by the blue comet 3 times.
Oof.
Oh.
Wow.
3 times in a row. Wow. Interesting. Process Bronco says, I'm back. Well, welcome back.
Yeah, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. All right.
Cleaner says, I'm also ordering the re-release of Kato Amtrak Intercity Express. I've waited 4 months for it to be back in stock. Wow. That is, I like those Kato engines. They look nice, you know? And they're all in starter sets.
Yep. All right, so everybody, I just threw up the link for the premiere on the stream, and also in the description below I put in the link. So please do me a favor, check that out, give it a thumbs up. Also, if you do me a huge favor too, smash that like button, as my daughter would say, smash that like button underneath on the stream here too. I think that helps with the algorithm. So yeah. I guess we're gonna have to rethink our Wednesday evening slot, if that's a day when Sparky's doing his in the evening.
We'll have to think about that, yeah. Anyways, let's see. Let's check it. How many railroads did the GG1 serve? 4 railroads.
All
So
right,
I
what
can
do we
name
got?
them all too. Pennsylvania, Conrail, Amtrak, and Penn Central.
Forget about there's another one. I think it was like New Jersey Transit or something like that.
Oh, it's in 5.
I don't think it's New Jersey Transit, but
No, I think you're right.
but there's another rail.
Commuter
Right.
It's in 5.
So Possessed Bronco, I'm back. Well, good to see you here. I'm not a usual name around here, so I appreciate you coming in and hanging out with us today. Let's see here. It says I clicked the link. Apparently the video is private. Well, we better get that fixed here. Don't want that to.
Yeah, I forgot about the New Jersey Transit review ones. They're pretty interesting looking. I like their paint jobs just because of how weird they are. But yeah. Let's see. Yeah, Tim got it right 5. Trains and things says you guys got in trains on layaway, or you guys got any trains on layaway? I'm not sure what that means. You know what that means?
I do. That you bought it, that you haven't paid for it yet.
No, I have not. Have not had that. Unless, yeah, I don't know. Everything's paid for. I think. I don't know. New stuff coming. No, actually, I'm not sure again. Too. It's my birthday, or around my birthday, so I don't know. We have talked about getting some other stuff recently, but can't tell you guys yet. Yeah. Jen Green says 4876 was one of the New Jersey trains.
Yeah, all right. See.
And New Jersey trains, I just love it. They had the E60s, AM7, GG1.
Yeah.
They just basically had everything that Amtrak didn't want anymore. And didn't they have P42s as well?
No, I didn't, George.
Yeah.
So reserved is what he's talking about. Not necessarily not paid for, but reserved. We haven't got anything reserved right now.
There's some stuff that you guys haven't seen though, so we might. There's a set we're gonna bring out tomorrow that you guys haven't.
I know trains and things you can identify with me. Every time I buy something, I think to myself, oh, that's the coolest thing ever. And then I think to myself, well, where the heck am I going to put this?
Buyer's remorse.
Oh, it's not buyer's remorse. In fact, I always get the high. It's always like, oh man, where do I put it? What am I going to do? I don't. We've got stuff all over the place. So backing up, if you guys could do me a favor, if you could check out that link again. I think that I reset it. If not, then maybe it's just not going to work, and I'll have to re-upload and do the premiere, or get it out there from the premiere. All right, getting it that it works now. Great, thank you.
He says I gotta quit looking at catalogs.
I know. Me too. You know which one does me in is the OGR forum. I look through that OGR forum and I go, I want that. That's a good deal. I'm gonna buy that. Oh man, he's already sold it. I can buy something else. check out eBay. Oh, it's a little bit more. I still want it. Well, you didn't want it before you saw it for cheap. But yeah, I agree. I agree. Um, James Ring says, by the way, can any GG1s operate on today's railroad? And I'm going to say no because of the current draw that the GG1s have.
So they're just like coastal engines, you know, they draw so much current.
Yep, yep. Ben with 414 says, I recall when MTH used to make sports train cars and for the NFL and MLB, including the Bears and Ravens and Orioles and Nationals. That's when they had a license. Man, that would have been cool. My two teams that I like the Bears for football, and I like the Detroit Tigers for baseball. I'd get either one of those in a second if I saw
like
it.
the Bears and Lions for football, professional football. Michigan State for college football. Michigan State for college basketball, and then I like the Tigers for baseball.
Yeah. Sorry about the pixelization, everybody, but just hang with us. We'll come back. All right.
G. Klinger said my local train store opened Monday, and I went, and everybody was on a train buying frenzy.
I bet. I forgot. Isn't he in Pennsylvania?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow. Open up a train store there in Pennsylvania.
I can't wait till everything's open again.
Right. Well, we had some ideas on what we can do for the layout to kind of spruce her up. I think we're going to make a block over here on the ramp so we can store a train back over on the ramp rather than just using it as a static display.
Stephen Crowford says I have to run. I have a meeting I need to attend. Well, thank you for showing up. We always appreciate it when you
Right. Here since day one.
Yeah,
Thanks for coming by, Steve. Appreciate it. Stephen.
Right.
So, let's see here. Trains and Things says when Salad Bowl Express came out in a catalog, I ordered everything on both pages. Yes. You know that one, right? You like to call it the Rainbow Train.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I hear you on that one. That's so. I love that one myself. Let's see here. James Ring says, do you think the Lionel should make 1969 Tour Flying Scotsman? Yes, on my end. George and I watched a really cool video last night about the A4 and about the A4s, and they talked a lot about the Flying Scotsman. And it was just, I liked the video. I don't know if you did.
I thought it was cool, but I don't know.
I love
for
those.
A4s kind of went up a teeny bit, but like.
I love those A4s. Seeing the Dwight D. Eisenhower out there in Green Bay, right next to it. So you got an A4, so neat out there in Green Bay, Wisconsin. You got an A4,
a big boy at GG1. It's like
back to back, boom, boom, boom.
Just like
three of the most famous trains, just boom, boom, boom. Right?
Yeah. If I'm not correct, all the surviving A4s have operated since they've been retired. If I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
That's true, right?
Right. So, Trainstorm says, did you guys say you're doing a winter scene on that layout? You guys need to get the Legacy Polar Express in. I know. The problem with that one is you can never, ever find that one. Well,
under like $1,000.
Oh my gosh, that one's always just a really high-priced set. And one of these days, I'm just going to have to knuckle down and get it. We've got the Polar Express. We've got the regular
semi-scale one.
Yep, but we don't have that one. I'd like to get that one.
We have the first.
Hey, James Conductor is saying, hey guys, can I see the custom Thomas unit that you guys use for Fast Friday? Right up there next to the conductor hat there. And the way that I made this, James, is I used the shilling whistle, and I cut out the guts on the shilling whistle, and it's got a 1666 motor unit in there. Turned out really good, I think. I made one little mistake when I cut out the whistle part. The bottom, it kind of went through on the side, but I'm actually really proud of this engine. I've been wanting to make this since before George was born. Did anybody catch that drift right there? No, they probably didn't. George accidentally switched the switch over here, and he's got a Union Pacific drift going on. But anyway, the base is a 1666, and then the top is a shilling whistle, and you can see underneath here. I just cut it out. I used a Dremel to cut it out, a Dremel saw to cut it out, and drilled in a little spot for the E unit, and away she goes. Oh, you had to cut the whistle off the back. So I cut the whistle off the back and just put a piece of, I spray painted a piece of wood and then put a piece of wood on the back to cover up where the whistle was. But yeah, I think that it turned out really cool. It's a fun one to race. Got to just get the E unit working right, and away you go. But and you know what? Here's the cool thing. The whistle cost $3. And the base cost me $20. So got that nice little, and it's a nice little runner for $23. Next thing I got to do though is I want to put a coupler on here so we can run trains and have it pull in some coaches. But there it is. And it's a good train racer. And it's a good train racer.
You know what? I think I'm gonna run a different engine.
All right, George is gonna run a different engine other than the big boy. See what he pulls out.
Nothing special. It's gonna look really funny, but.
All right, Mr. James Conduct. All right, DB Tech says I comment on your premiere link. Thank you, and for everybody that's coming in, I appreciate you being here. I know we're at a different time, and we're even butting up against Sparky 107. Didn't really intentionally mean to do that. Just trying to find a new spot that's going to be available for me to do the stream when I going back to work here. So thanks for coming here, and everybody who's here. If you can do me a favor, smash that like button on the stream. That helps with the algorithm pumping out to people who want to do it. And then also in the description link below, we've got a premiere that's coming out for our 1,000 subscriber special. In fact, Mr. James Conductor's in there. DB Tech's got a layout in there. We've got some New England Railfan Productions got a layout in there. We've got some really neat layouts in that 1,000 subscriber special. So, yeah, check that out. And please go to the description link below, click on that, and hit the thumbs up and make a comment on there. I screwed it up when I uploaded it, and it didn't do what it was supposed to. And again, that helps with the algorithm to get that out there for YouTube. So, all right, where are we at here? Mr. James Conductor says, I just got a Lion Chief remote today. That's cool. That's cool. I like those. I like how they're going with the Bluetooth. I think that's kind of the way that the hobby's going to run, if you ask me. D. Klinger says, my local hobby shop is English Model Trains, Model Railroad Supply, and they also own Bowser models. Oh, interesting. That's a good one. The trains are made on the second floor of the shop. I like Bowser. I've got some neat Bowser rail semi-collars on that one. New England Railfan Productions says, Wally sounds like me, LMAO. Trains and Things says, it's a cool train, but I'm thinking of getting a World War II German steam engine if I can ever find one. Oh, yeah. That would be a neat train to get. James Ring is asking everybody in the chat, what's better, Canadian Railways or American Railways? So that's going to be a... Yeah. So DB Tech says, nice work, Wally. All right. Are you talking... DB Tech, please. I got to check on this. That when you're talking about the nice work, can you clarify that? Did you get a chance to see that video? I don't know how I screwed it all up, and I don't know if you can watch the video or I'm pretty sure that you can watch it or that it's going to premiere. So oh no, you're talking probably about Thomas. I got you. Sorry about that. DB Texas, don't they make electronic solid state units? They do. But the 1666. I believe that one came out, the one that I got there for the Thomas, is circa 1947, 1948 in there. So it's got the old school unit in there, but they do make electronic ones. I don't think the electronic one will fit in that Thomas, though. Trains and Things says, I bought a Thomas for the grandkids. He also got them the complete Choo-Choo Chuggington sets that Bachman did. They love it. I bet they did. I think George would have loved to have a Chuggington when he was younger. And he did have a Thomas one.
Yeah,
fact,
that's my first set I got.
Yep, that was your first set that you got, huh?
Yeah.
So, all right, DB Tech, I caught that. I'm not the brightest bulb in the bunch here. James Ring says, unlike the USA, Canada gradually replaced steam instead of replacing it all at once. That's true. And Grandpa tuning in says, James Ring, well, since the CN and CP own so many old American railroads, there's not much difference. He's got a really good point there. about the CN and the CP owning the American railroads, old American legacy railroads.
Yeah,
They just bought one. The CN just bought one that's by where I grew up, called the Elgin, Joliet, and Eastern.
EJ&E.
The EJ&E, right. And the EJ&E, when I was growing up, didn't have very many trains running through there. And in fact, it cut off a bunch of the roads over where I live. But it was no big deal because they might have one train a day, maybe even less than that. The old EJ&E, but the Canadian National bought that. They probably run 30 trains a day around there. The EJ&E was known for going around Chicago rather than going through Chicago. So, and there were a lot of people that were kind of upset about that, the fact that there was going to be so much more traffic going that way. And then Trains and Things said, isn't the Sioux the CP now? Yep, that's true. So the old Milwaukee Road that turned Sioux is now CP that runs through where I live.
That's where Rancho Bravo is.
Where I used to live, where I grew up. From Chicago running out to Elgin and then all points westward. Right? So James Ring says, yeah, the Milwaukee Road, Sioux Line, Delaware, and Hudson were all bought by the CN and the CP. It's interesting that they snatched up all those railroads. Or they not snatched up, but they bought all of those railroads and made it part of the...
I wonder if, I know, the rules for, railroading are different in Canada. I wonder if they have to follow, American rules or, Canadian.
Yeah, I wonder too. I don't know that for sure, but I would imagine that they're probably just the same because there's a lot of carryover between the two. Like I said, I've always wanted to run the or go ride Via Rail.
Via Rail, yeah, I agree.
Never had a chance to do that. In fact, I was thinking about trying to do a trip a couple years back, but that didn't work out. Trains and Things says I like CP and BC Rail pretty much, or pretty paint schemes. CN not so much.
BC's Rail is cool.
I do, and the CN and the CP too. But CN's never really had any great. They're just like red and white. Sometimes they got stripes in the front. I can't.
CP's cool, yeah.
Well, there's some of their old Canadian Nationals. I guess way back when they were like the Grand Trunk, as I like to call it, the Grand Funk. The Grand Funk. Sometimes George goes to the bathroom and makes some Grand Trunk Railroad. Grandpa says, don't forget the IC, EJ&E, and others. Yep, for sure. And James Ring says the CP bought the DNH from the Guilford Transport Industries. Interesting.
Cool. I never noticed how bent this was. This right here.
Yeah.
It was bent all the way, so it's hitting its axle and it's shorting out.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah.
Yikes. What's it got rollers for? Oh, end of train line. Good. So George, for your birthday, it's coming right around the corner. I can't wait. We're gonna have our Fast Friday train races. Everybody down here, spend a couple hours. Gonna eat some cake, have some virtual cake. I'm not sure. But I would hopefully everybody will swing by and say hello. But that's tomorrow. We'll be back at 5:30 on Friday. We're at our usual 3 o'clock time. We're only going to have a couple more videos that we're doing at 3 o'clock. But and then I think we're going to settle into a 5:30 time slot. We're going to do it 2 days a week. We can do it Wednesdays, but I think we're going to have to pick out a time where we're not butting up against people like Sparky 107. I didn't mean to. I was inadvertent to butt up against him today. But he has his right now, and I don't want to go up against there. So George, these right here, this is a Milwaukee Road coil car. I used to see those over and over again when I was growing up. Man, there were so many coil cars that came by our house. When I saw that one, it's a K-line one. I wanted to buy as many of those as I could find. I could only find one though.
Oh man, that stinks. But then, did they look like that?
Yeah, they looked exactly like that. So Trains and Things says, by quitting time, headed bed to pack up a friend's trains. Well, hey, thanks for coming by and hanging out for us. George R. in Connecticut says, what's George's favorite cake?
I like cookie cake.
His sister's going to cook him up a cookie cake.
Yeah.
He's going to cook him up a cookie cake. Hey, guess who's here?
Mom.
Yeah, Mom's here. Good to see you from upstairs. She's probably cooking dinner. I hope she's cooking dinner.
Right upstairs.
Right. James Ring says the GT and I messed up the DNH paint scheme.
The GT, the Grand interesting. Well, Mom says it's ready.
Dinner's ready, huh?
Yeah.
Say, D. Klinger says, I'm back. My phone died. Tim says, hello, Bellum. James Ring says, what's the coolest flat car load in O gauge? That's a good one.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm always a fan of airplanes and tanks. I love airplanes. That's always the Bonanza car. The post-war Bonanza car is always my favorite.
Beats Battlestar Galactica. Wait, no. It's Bears beats
Battlestar Galactica. Yep. Bears beats Battlestar Galactica. Well, what do you say, George? We're an hour in. Figured we'd have an hour show. You want to keep rolling for another half hour? Or we,
half hour. We can end at 7.
7 o'clock? All right, cool. I'm having a good time here today.
SMT Mainline, welcome to the stream.
Hey, just in time. We're talking about Canadian railroads, about how there's a lot of Canadian railroads that have come here to the United States and bought all of the legacy railroads around.
Censored by the CNO.
Oh, CNO censorship right there. Censorship in the CNO. Grandpa says, Wally, those cars were used to haul coil steel from Midwest Steel in Portage, Indiana to Continental Can in Racine, Wisconsin. Well, that's very interesting because they would come by all the time on the Milwaukee Road seeing those coil cars like that.
You know, that we should make that like a mission whenever we see one of those. Like,
The coil car? Heck yeah, I love coil cars.
was it expensive or
No, it's cheap. I think I bought that for $25, but
Oh,
you just
yeah.
don't see them. Just don't see them, George.
It'd be cool to get a unit train. I've always wanted to get a unit train. I'm not sure if too many people know this, but unit trains, man. Although I don't know what we'd run it with, you know. Like,
Well, I think what I'd love to get a unit train of
PFE reefers.
PFA reefers. No, I like the stacks, maxi
Oh, the
stacks.
maxi stacks.
Yep,
Yeah.
and I'd say like run it with these guys and a train of maxi stacks.
That'd be
Either
cool.
that or something that would be good that you could run. Just you thinking of the dollar here. And how the dollar would go best. Something that you could run that would look good at both in with old trains and new trains. You know what I mean?
Yeah, something like that, you know. Or like those cars.
Yeah,
like
scale
little
box cars. Just something like that. And I love. All right, I would never do this, and I'm not even sure that I would buy one, George. But I love weathered unit trains. Bears beats Battlestar Galactica. Yep.
Yeah.
Got that one. Office reference right there. Oh, we love The Office. We love Dwight.
Anyways, but yeah.
Anyways,
But weathered unit train, yeah.
weathered unit train. I think that would be pretty cool. That would be pretty
Don't
cool.
want to weather.
Right.
I don't want to weather these cars. They're too shitty.
All right. So you want me to tell you what my dream train would be, George? You're gonna laugh at this one. Ready? Like if I had all of the money, I could buy a unit train right now. I would get intermodal cars, decorated, GFW trains.
Like all of them?
Yeah.
Or like,
Yeah, a unit train with the maxi stacks, decorated GFW trains.
pretty cool. You know,
It doesn't, and maybe like with a YouTube
the
reference, maybe not,
like
but
the JoJo Siwa car.
just like it did show up. Sheesh. But you can have the unit train, right? But you get these cars here. And it's just something like this, you know, GFW trains on or GFW trains down here on all of them. That's something I'd like to do. I think that would be a lot of fun. But in lieu of that, I'm buying a bunch of the Midwest Division ones, George.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the
those
Midwest
are cool.
Division of the Train Collectors Association is selling cars, Menards versions of these cars, of the maxi static cars. And I bought, I think, 4 or 5 of those. This is the part where you're supposed to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Charlie's Model Train says that his favorite cars are maxi stacks, Autorex, and those big 4-bay hoppers.
You know, he sent me a picture on Snapchat of his BMX bike that he painted up to look like a Erie Lackawanna,
Oh, really?
or just an Erie paint scheme. It was pretty cool. It was like gray, and then it had the yellow and brown striping on it, and he had like a decal on the front of it that said Erie on it.
No
It was
kidding.
cool, yeah.
That is really cool. Tim's Train says the transformer load on the MTH Schnabel car is really cool. The St. Charles Model Works made some great loads. All the big ones. Ellen says her favorite's a sleeper car.
Did she get to sleep in it?
I think so. James Rings checking in says slag cars with molten steel are the best. I think we may be running one of those tomorrow.
that set.
Yeah, there's one of those cars in that set. Ours trains. Wally, you got to contact Lionel. Yeah. See if they can. Hey, you remember I heard of GFW trains, Lionel? Who? GFW trains. He's worldwide.
Yeah,
They're-
worldwide.
We do streams. There's like 7 people that watch our streams.
Yeah.
Sometimes they even comment.
I know. Yeah, sometimes, very rarely though.
Right. There's this one guy. His name is George Woodrick.
Yeah.
Knows everything about trains.
Yeah, he's a real cool dude. I heard that he's a real cool dude.
But his grandson's not that cool.
No, I heard his grandson.
I mean,
was
his
cool.
son is really cool.
I heard the George Woodrick and the George A. Woodrick. I don't know. I heard he has lots of cool trains.
Yeah. Actually, in point of fact, George, it's been really cool spending all this time with you doing these live streams. I enjoy that. I know Grandpa enjoys it too. So next week we're gonna have to shift to something different, or we're not gonna be doing these long streams and everything like that. But I would like to invite everybody who's on the stream here now to join us for Friday when we're doing Fast Friday, doing some train
Fast
races. I
Friday.
think I'm gonna be busting out some good stuff because not only is it Fast Friday, it is what, George?
My birthday.
So yeah, we're gonna have the whole family down here having fun, I think.
Yeah.
So DB Tech, talking about cars that he likes, says he likes log dump cars, and James Ring says he likes the 16-wheel flat cars with the large loads, thinking those are really, really cool.
Yeah, but they look funny if you're running into anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So ours train said he'd buy a pair of the GF Dubs. Hey, we'll have to send you a link for the Midwest Division ones. Those are really sharp. In fact, I'll put that up on the Discord, George. Anybody wants to buy some?
GFW train.
No.
I mean the TCA cars. Promoted by GFW trains.
Midwest Division Train Collectors Association cars, brought to you by.
GFW trains.
Oh, sorry about the pixelization, guys. It is what it is. I can't do anything about it, but just hang with us. We'll get back. Charlie's Model Trains is at GFW Trains. Wally and George, what are your thoughts about the new Lionel 4545 Trump engine? This is what I'm going to say.
What engine? I've never heard of it.
They should have done something different than 4141. Make a new paint scheme.
Yeah, like that.
That's what I think.
Yeah,
I think. And then it also makes Lionel look kind of cheap because Mike's Train House comes out with one, right?
Yeah,
They're like, oh, we gotta do it in Mike's Train House.
What
We gotta
engine?
do it
What
too.
engine?
All right. So and ours says, seriously, Lionel's missing out from that GFW Trains auto racks.
I know, yeah, that's right. Yeah. You can send me all of them, you know.
D. Klinger says one of the guys in our train club works for Lionel and is a certified Lionel mechanic, so if something breaks, he gets it.
Is that Wayne Mahalik?
Yeah, he's certified, but it doesn't work for Lionel. But
No, we have another friend.
we got a couple of friends. Charlie's Model Trains is at GFW Trains. I finished the paint on it and was putting it together, and I mixed up the spacers on the cranks, and I can't get them off because I don't have a crank puller.
Well, that's...
Charlie, I'm not sure what that's in reference
That's
to.
the first time.
Oh, for the bike. I got it.
It's pretty cool, though.
I do like that. It sounds like a really cool thing. Ours Trains is if Eric Trains gets to have his voice inside of a Lionel logo, then George can surely have his own boxcar. Agreed.
Yeah.
For God's sakes, huh?
Probably the best seller in the lineup catalog.
So Charlie's Model Train says, I need to go to the bike shop. And I don't know if that means he's leaving the stream or whether he's just saying
So
that.
not now, probably tomorrow.
All right. That's good. So James Ring says the Green Bay, Fort Wayne, and Western Railroad, the GF and W.
Oh,
I wonder if that's a real thing.
dude, if it is, that'd be pretty cool.
Oh, heck yeah, man.
Yeah, that is there. Yeah, the GF and W. Oh man, dude.
We're going to have...
Yeah,
James, you're pulling on our leg here. James is always the one that's making up railroads, though. You pulling on our leg here. Sorry about the pixelization, everybody. Hang with us. Ours Train says, yeah, the auto racks would have 60s Mustangs, so Wally can have
made
set
it
up.
up. Oh yeah, they gotta re-release the Mustang train so we can get the GP9 out of it.
Right.
Yeah, the auto racks would have 60 Mustangs, so Wally did.
Thumbs up on that one for me.
The gold, the 65 coupe.
That would be good. Well, yeah, I was always thinking, all right, go out and buy
Honestly,
a bunch
yeah.
of these, like the Menards ones or Lionel ones, some of those, and paint them up.
The problem
GFW
is
trains.
you have to get all one manufacturer because they all look like they look different or funny if they're by different manufacturers.
Really? I mean, have you ever seen a train roll through?
Have you seen? But yeah, no. I'm saying
They're
that. But
not
have you seen like a
exactly the
Lionel one compared to like those Menard molds one?
No,
I mean,
it looks a lot different, huh?
yeah. You'd have to like find some way to like gradually like change them all, you know?
Yeah, I'm thinking about that, man. If Eric's trains can be involved, so surely a big wheel like. See, George used to be good because George used to be small and cute, and he could go over to the Lionel and just sit there and be like, "Hey, how you doing? Oh, hey, Jay. I'm a big fan of your channel. I love Lionel trains. I love trains." They're like, "Oh yeah, he's cute." Now he's just.
Some like weird teenager.
So that's why I might have to dump George and start bringing his sister along.
She's even weirder. What do you mean?
Oh gosh. So Declinger says I had to put up cardboard stops around so no more cars fall off my layout until Saturday when I'm going to Lowe's for wood.
That's neat.
Hey, you know who just checked in? Brando the Fisco 1522. Get that man a whistle. Good to see you, Brandon. Thanks for coming in. Gotta like that. James, we caught that. You just made that up, but I do like that. The Green Bay, Fort Wayne, and Western. You know, how about the name for our railroad down here? We call it the Yorkville and Eastern Shore, so it's the Yes Railroad. Oh, but they love how your face looked when you saw that railroad, George.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I would. Somebody wants to make that railroad. I will be a huge promoter. Ship on the GFW.
How about the Global Force Wrestling Railroad?
It sounds like something that you and Uncle Bob would create.
Global Force Wrestling. Nope, Jeff Jarrett made it. In fact, if you ever type in GFW trains, first thing that comes up is Global Force Wrestling, GFW Wrestling.
So we should buy that. So it's like the OA lodge, you know, like the Olympian Airlines 41. You know, we could do like you know how like when you search for OA 41, that's it. GFW.
You're like the third one, I think. Actually, there's like serial numbers, I think, for a washing machine. So you're behind that, which is great, George. So whenever you start getting all big on yourself, you do a search for GFW. You get GFW trains, and you get Global Force Wrestling, and then after Global Force Wrestling, you get some serial numbers for a washing machine, and then about like 7 or 8 down, guess what you get? If you put in the initials GFW trains. If you put GFW with a space, then I think you're number 2 after Global Force Wrestling.
Nice. Global Force Wrestling. That sounds like something like either like that would be in the office or like something.
I think we need to have GFW trains versus GFW wrestling, like a throwdown match.
I mean, we have to hire somebody to wrestle for us. Oh, that voice crack.
Are you kidding me? Have you seen me wrestle? I'm wrestling extraordinaire here, man.
Me?
Oh yeah, Mean Gene.
I'm incredible.
Let me tell you, Mean Gene.
You're gonna like put on some like.
Oh yeah, brother.
Oh. Yeah.
Whether you like it or you dislike it, you better learn to love it, because it's the best thing going today. Woo!
Man, that voice crack. Yeah, we don't talk about that. Anyway.
James Ring says, I'll make extensive lore for the GFW. I like that.
It's probably gonna be another meme made out of that voice crack.
Woo!
That's funny. Yeah.
I hear that there's some Discord memes about GFW trains, huh?
They hear really fun.
Is it me or you talking?
No, it's me.
Oh,
It's
okay.
on Fast Friday. The general comes off over there, and I go, ah! And it's all like, and the camera, it's like crackly. And then there's another one, and it goes when GFW's Wi-Fi goes out. It's a picture of me going like, and it's got like the spinning wheel of death.
Spinning wheel of death and pixelization. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I got to the point where I just moved beyond that. I spent so much time trying to get that fixed. I know there's ways. Some people told me that some ways, and one of these days when I get some more time on my hands, I'll try and get that fixed. But in the meantime, I'll just have to ask everybody who's watching, bear with the pixelization for a few moments.
Where do you think the hub of GFW should be?
Yorkville,
Oh yeah.
Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago. But then like the second hub, being like or like
Well,
the
that's
main-
it's the Green Bay and Fort Wayne. So I say either two places.
No, it could just be like the DTI.
Chicago
It
or-
never goes there.
Chicago or Valparaiso, Indiana. That's the other spot.
Oh, that's
So coming around the lake, going through Valparaiso. Yep.
I love that George running thing. LOL. That's good too.
What is the George running
I
thing?
think it's on my Instagram. It's a meme that somebody made of me running.
Oh, yeah?
With an American flag.
George is known for wearing American flag shorts
It
around
goes
town.
like
and
nobody.
running.
It goes like nobody, and then it goes George, and it shows like some dude with an American flag running like with no shirt on and all like every. We're
During
running
the summer, man, George
During
runs
the-
around town, no shirt on, American flag shorts,
Yeah, and then
bandana, sunglasses.
I get yelled at when I don't run on shirt, so
Oh, you gotta wear a shirt, huh?
yeah. It just kind of sucks because it's like 1,000 degrees out, and they still make us run. And it's just like
You should wear like a really,
a tank top.
you should wear a sports bra. They let the girls wear sports bras.
Yeah, that's kind of stupid. But anyways.
You should make a statement, George. Make a statement to your coach. If I can't go short, the girls get to go shirtless. Why can't I? A man's here.
Yeah.
Or the
Like the thing that those dudes were
The
doing
bro.
in Tour de France.
oh gosh, there's a Seinfeld episode where they talk about it. I think they call it the man's ear,
Like really.
or they call it the bro. Oh,
Anyways.
we're getting slappy here.
Oh,
Getting slappy. So, James Ring says it goes from central Wisconsin to northeast Indiana and all the way to Peoria.
yeah. So is it gonna buy the Illinois RailNet? Get some quality SC6.
Valparaiso is in northeast Indiana, Valparaiso, Indiana, and I lived there for about 3 years. So I got an affinity in north. Nope, just three. So I've got an affinity for Valparaiso, Indiana, and northeast Indiana there. Tim's Train said Valpo would be a good spot for the hub with the GF&W.
Yes.
Yep. Charlie says, Georgia sent you a picture of the bike on Snapchat. Show the stream. Pull that one up there closer, George.
But as you can see, it's got the Erie logo and everything.
Oh, I love that. That's cool, dude.
Yeah.
Western Maryland says, James, did you just say GF&W?
He did.
And James Ring says, what should the paint scheme be?
I don't know. Like something crazy, that rail fans would like.
I'm always partial to like.
No, be like the KCS and then go to like some like elementary school and have a drawing contest to find out their centennial locomotive. I love that idea. Like have you seen that? That the KCS
Yes, I saw that.
Dude,
Yep.
I love that engine, man.
I've always been partial to Santa Fe paint schemes. War Bonnet's always a favorite, but I might get scooped, accused of scooping that one up. And the other one that I've always personally loved. I've always loved Milwaukee Road, the orange and gray. Even though because that's not a color combination that you see that often. It's orange and
gray, or
maroon,
the orange and the black. But I've grown to like the yellow one.
James says no orange though.
Yeah, maybe blue. I don't know. I think orange would be hot, or like a neon orange. Like use all neon colors, be like the toy railroad. No, I'm just kidding. But, yeah.
So Robert's asking George, do you have any rail kits?
I don't think so.
James Ring's got it going. He says maybe blue and orange. That would be cool, like the Lionel boxes.
Or like the Allegheny Railroad, I think they call it. That they have a blue
Yeah.
orange, but it's mostly blue.
Light blue, gray, and orange. I like it.
Oh, that would be actually pretty cool.
I would say
Or Lionel color.
I like that, like
Then Lionel
electric,
would probably-
electric blue, orange, and cream.
Yeah. No, rather, not a fan of the RG. Coleman.
RJ Corman in Wisconsin and Southern. Too much red.
Yeah, I do like red though.
So another GFW is the Georgia, Florida, and Western. I believe
No,
that there
I
was
think
a.
we should paint all our engines white and then have like a R in the center. It's like that. Be like the GFW, the GF&W, and then be like have an R on the side. That'd be pretty cool.
They're like a GF&W or a G and W out in
England.
Yeah, in the UK,
Yeah, it's
something like
the,
that.
the FGW or something like that.
Great Western Railway, TWR.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's.
Yeah.
Isn't there a character from Thomas?
I'm a
From
Great
the
Western
Western?
Railway engine. You're asking me?
I
I-
forgot.
I remember you talking about there's one of them. Duck. Isn't Duck a Great Western? I can't believe I know this, and you don't. I think Duck's a great rough.
Duck's the green dude, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Like the stubby one,
Yeah,
or the short straw one.
yeah.
New England
Like
Rail
the one
fan-
that's like short but long. Like
New England
long.
Rail fans says I'm currently driving a train on Roblox RN while watching the stream. Well, that's cool. That's cool. James Ring is asking, how about green? Be nice to get some Brunswick green. Brunswick green is Pennsylvania green. I
know,
love
that's
that
kind of
Pennsylvania
ugly
green or
color.
that Brunswick green and gold.
Yeah, we got too many colors now.
Yeah. All right. We got too many. We got too many.
Charlie says I got my dummy FT unit back. It works now. Oh, that's neat.
Very good.
What was wrong with it? Yeah. The Maryland Eastern Shore.
So TFRJR checking in for the first time. Good to see you. Thanks for checking out the stream. Apparently from Maryland's Eastern Shore. Good to see you here. Good to see you here. What's the GF&W's passenger line name?
Oh, I don't think we only freight.
No, we gotta have a passenger service.
Yeah.
Something cool like the Cannonball.
Yeah, that'd be cool actually.
The Lightning.
Yeah, it could be like a commuter service.
Yeah, the Lightning. I like that. The Lightning Run.
I wonder how far. Oh yeah, no, because we could have like a station like in downtown Yorkville.
What's something that's synonymous with the Indy 500? That would be a cool one since it's going into Indiana and Fort Wayne.
I don't know, like the checkered limited or something like that. I don't know.
Oh yeah, the Checkered Flag Limited.
Yeah. Or the highball. Yeah, that.
Hey Baylor.
Oh, the hay bale.
Oh, DB Texas, I had to let the dog out. Did I miss anything? I don't think it. We're just doing some conjecture about our fake railroad called the GF&W. What color we have, what the passenger line should be.
Yeah. Charlie Mile Train says the FT had a problem where it would short out when it went on straight. Ryan said it might have been a loose wire. Wow.
James Ring says the checkered board. The checkered flag. I like that for the winner of a race, the checkered flag or the end of a race.
Yeah, and then like they get free.
That's
train
what I
ride,
like
the
that.
winner.
Oh, even James.
Keep that in there.
Cool. Well, we got about 5 minutes to go, so thank everybody for coming in here. So, George, what did you say you're going to run tomorrow? Looking at tomorrow. We're back here at 5:30 tomorrow, guys. So we'll see you at 5:30. We're going to run. What do we got, George?
The Train Masters.
And I said I was going to run the Texas Special today, so we didn't run the Texas
We'll do
Special,
that
so we'll run
tomorrow.
the Texas Special. I've got a neat Burlington Northern Jeep set that we'll run, and the Texas Special. The cars, I believe that they use not the same cars, but similar cars for both of them. So we'll run that. Grandma's asking, oh, the Brickyard Limited.
That's a good
I
one.
like that one. Tim's got that one.
Hey George, how many cars are on the freight train today? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 cars.
16 cars. And to answer DB Tech, yes, it's going to be 5:30 Central Time. 5:30 Central Time that we're here. And then on Friday, make sure that everybody checks in. I'd love to have the biggest crowd yet for George's birthday. That would be a lot of fun to have everybody here and celebrate his birthday with him. We'll have some cake here, offer some virtual cake. I think that'll be fun. Hey, Burger Dog Videos says cool. Thanks for coming in, Burger Dog Videos. Got your whistle there right before the train shorted out.
My favorite
Grandpa said something I don't understand what that is. It says, is that all looks L9N girl? There we go. James Ring says one more. What about steamers for the GF&W? Berkshires.
Yeah. That'd be cool. Yeah, her big boys.
Berkshires.
Berkshires, big boys, and something with the last name I'm called. Tanica or something.
New England Railfan Productions says it's a CSX Freight, 2 -9s, and one of the -9s is a UP leader.
Oh, wow.
I lost what he was talking about there in regards to that.
Well,
Cool. So it's at 5:30 Central over there. Oh, Texas types.
oh yeah, but we'd have to hit some crazy curves. I don't think we could do that.
Too long, huh?
Too big. Yeah. Actually, the big boys would be pretty big too.
Yeah. How about A4s? Import some A4s in from UK. A4s are steadily climbing up my favorite lists. After I watched that video on them yesterday, that's pretty cool. 5 remaining A4s left, George? 6 remaining A4s.
Yeah.
And including one in the Dominion of Canada, which is in Montreal.
And there's like a huge bell on that one.
Yeah, well, yeah. CP gave them a bell, and they ran that one on the Dominion of Canada.
And
The Dwight D. Eisenhower, that one's in Green Bay, Wisconsin. And then, gosh, I can't remember all the names of them, but the Mallard, of course, is a...
yeah, and then like the Dominion of New Zealand or something like that.
No, South Africa.
Yeah, but there's one that like a New Zealand one too, isn't there?
South Africa.
Oh, what?
Yep, the South African one remains. And then there's one that's the name of the guy who designed them, and I can't remember his name. And then there was one that was, gosh, it was a name like Hellard or something like that. Anyway, cool engines,
Yeah.
cool engines. Ooh, how about an AC9, George? Cab forwards run on the GFR.
Safer. Yeah, well, we'd have to have like electric steam
And mountains for old passenger locomotive. Nigel Gursley, there we go. That's what I was thinking of. And then the one that was ran passenger service at around 100 miles an hour that they redid. Wouldn't that be cool? Or like that they redid and did excursion passenger service at like 90 miles an hour. Wouldn't that be awesome to take excursion passengers, excursion train going 90 miles an hour? I forgot how fast that 765 went. But we were really hauling when we were coming up on that Joliet rocket. That was some nice track.
Up to like 60 miles an hour.
Oh, I think it got faster than 60 on that Joliet rocket.
All right, let's we can recreate this rocket.
Graham says, "Hey guys, nice show. Miss our Brits and Germans. Too late for them. We got somebody from France. We had SO checking in from France. But yeah, I think that it is too late for a lot of those people over there in Europe. Thanks for checking in with us today, Grandpa. And I guess what we'll do is, since we're at about 6:50 now, we'll start wrapping this up. Thanks everybody for coming. Make sure. All right. So I want to give everybody a little where we're going to go with this. So tomorrow we'll be here at 5:30. We may be having a field trip over to DB Tech, or not DB Tech's house. Sorry, DB Tech. Iron Fox 7's house. Yeah. Unfortunately, some things came up, and his layout's got to come down. And we promised him that we would do a video highlighting his layout. So we're either going to do his tomorrow, or we're going to do his on Sunday. So tomorrow's 5:30. Friday is 3 o'clock. Saturday 3 o'clock. Sunday. I'm not sure if we're going to do a 3 o'clock or a 5:30 on Sunday yet, but we'll keep you posted. We might have to do it a little bit later because George and I are going to go out and run some errands on Sunday so we can get back here in time. But Iron Fox is either going to be tomorrow or it's going to be on Sunday. But we've got Thomas Eden's layout, which is a wait till you see this. It's got a really beautiful setup out there. It's going to be a great spot. So, yeah. And then DB Tech. Thanks, DB Tech. It says reminder about my premiere video. So down in the description below, we've got 3 links, but 2 of them are important that I want to talk about right now. One of them is the Discord server. You want to have some carry-on chatter after this? A lot of people go there and they are involved with the Discord. Check that out. There's a link. Become part of the group. It's a neat group of model train enthusiasts, both young and old. It's kind of a legacy for the live streams that we're doing here, and the group that's joined us on our little corner of YouTube. So it's been really cool, and to see everybody coalesce, continue to talk. And then the other thing that we've got down here, which DB Tech says, is on Saturday morning, 9 o'clock, Saturday morning, 9 o'clock, Central Time. we are having the premiere of the GFW Trains 1000 subscribers special. And in the meantime, what you can do is there's a link below. Please do me this favor because I screwed it up when I put it out there. And the algorithm for YouTube looks at how many likes that you get when you put it out there and how many comments that you get even before you do the premiere when it shoots out the premiere notification. So if you guys can do me a favor after the video is over, go to the GFW Trains link that's in the description below and hit the thumbs up and make a comment on that. I'd really, really appreciate that. As well as hitting the thumbs up for this stream right here. So as soon as George gets that train back on track and get over here, we'll sign out. We'll see you tomorrow, 5:30 Central. See you around the roundhouse, George.
Lose it you on the way out.
Thanks a lot, everybody, for joining us today. Have a great end of the day, and we'll see you tomorrow.